There's a lot of glaring in this movie. So Victoria attacks this guy Riley and turns him into a vampire. Apparently she's going around creating a lot of vampires in order to get revenge on Edward since he killed James back in the first movie. Oh, right. James. That guy. I forgot about him. I think back in the first movie they weren't sure what to do since eventually Bella and Edward ran out of stuff to talk about. I just learned that these movies are based on some books. Let's check this out. Wait. The book for this movie is 629 pages? What could it possibly say on the pages to make it that long? There's not that much stuff happening in these movies. Half the runtime is just people staring or sulking or both. Anyway, back to Bella and Edward. Bella's like, I want to be a vampire. And Edward's like, no. And they talk about that for a while. Haven't they talked about that before? Then Edward's like, marry me, Bella, then I'll turn you into a vampire. I thought this Edward guy didn't want his girl to be a vampire, but he does want her to be a vampire if he's gotta be with her forever, even if that turns out to be a bad idea. This guy doesn't make any sense. Also, is Bella still a kid? Her dad basically said she's grounded and she's in high school. Even if she's technically an adult, this whole thing is super creepy. So Bella's dad says, yeah, you can be less grounded if you hang out with Jacob and your other friends. Psst, Bella's dad. Jacob is also a dangerous monster who's weird and jealous. You just think he's nicer since he's a baby face and seems less threatening. Meanwhile, Alice has a vision about this vampire army Victoria's cooking up. Because she can do that, no one has ever explained why. There's a lot of people in this vampire army. I guess Victoria just goes around going nom 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 like Cookie Monster and biting everybody. What a weirdo. Then the Edward family chases Victoria around and they accidentally end up in wolf territory and the wolf guys get mad and Edward keeps all of that a secret from Bella because I don't know. Edward and Jacob have a standoff at school and Jacob tells Bella about vampire and werewolf political tensions. Then Bella's all like, Edward, more like Ed Worm, because you're a lying worm, so I'm going to hang out with the wolf guy now. Then she starts hanging out with Wolf Boy and his wolf buddies. But Jacob tells Bella he's in love with her, and she says, but wait, I'm in love with Ed Worm because he's really pale and way too old for me and a terrible communicator and keeps really important things secret, so I think he's Mr. Right. And then Jacob kisses Bella without her consent, which is illegal and just a bad thing to do, honestly. So Bella punches him, but they forgive each other later because, I don't know. Then the Edward family and Jacob Wolf Boys team up and train to fight against the Victoria vampires, forming an uneasy alliance. Bella and Edward spend a night together and they talk about doing some things that are not for kids, and she agrees to marry him if he agrees to do not for kids stuff with her. This really doesn't seem healthy to me. Being in a relationship is about a lot more than just the not for kids parts of it. Just saying. Then the fight is about to start and they want to get Bella away from it all, so Edward and Jacob take her into the mountains to go camping and it's really awkward. Bella gets cold because it's the mountains in Washington. It gets cold up there. So there's this really silly bit where her two monster lover boys start arguing about who gets to be snuggly with her in the sleeping bag in order to keep her warm. And Jacob looks Edward in the eye and says, I'm hotter than you. Get it? Edward is cold because he's a vampire and Jacob is a wolf, so he's got fur. Anyway, Jacob gets all mad since he hears about Bella and Edward being engaged, so he goes off and pouts. Then Bella asks Jacob to kiss her and they smooch. I don't know how to feel about any of this. Bella's a cheater, but the guys she likes are both creepy and bad news. This is a mess. Then everybody gets involved in the fight, so I guess Bella and the monster lover boys going off into the mountains was pointless. There's a lot of fighting and stuff. Edward kills Victoria, Jacob gets injured, the Volturi show up for some reason. They get annoyed that Bella is still a human since they want her to be a vampire now, and she says there's a date for when she'll become a vampire since she and Edward are going to get married. Bella tells Jacob she's not going to cheat with him anymore, and then she and Edward decide to tell her dad. I think there's a running theme here with these movies. Why are they popular? They promote bad relationships and the dialogue gets super corny. Not for kids!